Have you ever felt that this life might be your final passage on Earth? That there's something unique, a fulfilled mission, and that you're on the verge of moving towards something greater? In this video, we'll reveal the unmistakable signs indicating that your soul is ready to transcend. Missing even a single detail might prevent you from understanding one of the greatest mysteries of existence, and perhaps the next step your soul has awaited for so long. Stay until the end and find out. Could this be your last reincarnation on Earth? If this topic resonates with you, subscribe to the channel now to stay connected with all things spirituality and soul evolution. Hit the bell icon to stay ahead on your spiritual journey. But how can we truly know if we're living our last reincarnation? Next, we'll explore the first sign that sets these advanced spirits apart. One of the first signs that this might be your last reincarnation is a profound and enduring sense of inner peace. People on their final journey through Earth possess a unique ability to accept life exactly as it is, with all its complexities and challenges. This peace isn't shallow or fleeting. It's a serenity that stems from a deeper understanding of existence. Individuals who carry this inner peace are not easily shaken by the issues of daily life. They recognize that everything has a purpose, from the toughest obstacles to the lightest moments. Life is seen as a continuous cycle of learning, and these souls embrace each phase as an opportunity for growth. As a result, their reactions are measured, their judgments are gentler, and their empathy runs deep. Imagine someone who, in the midst of a turbulent event, can remain calm and serene, inspiring confidence in those around them. This calmness reflects the wisdom they have accumulated over past lives, allowing them to see beyond immediate circumstances and perceive the bigger picture. For these souls, attachment to the temporary, such as frustrations, anger, and fears, gives way to a broader perspective, where everything is part of a greater process of evolution. If you feel this peace or know someone who embodies it, you might be witnessing a sign of a soul on its final reincarnation. It's a peace that transcends the physical and emotional, reaching a state of profound spiritual understanding. Another profound sign of a soul on its final earthly journey is an unwavering desire to help others. This desire goes beyond simple acts of kindness. It's a calling to contribute to the growth and well-being of everyone around them. Individuals at this stage of spiritual evolution feel that their higher purpose is to be a positive force in the world, acting as a quiet guide and source of inspiration for those they meet along the way. These souls are constantly seeking ways to make a difference. Often, this manifests in seemingly small yet deeply meaningful gestures, like offering a supportive word to someone in crisis or simply listening with compassion. They understand that by helping others, they also nurture their own growth, as if each act of kindness strengthens their spiritual mission. The desire to help is also coupled with a deep understanding that each person is on their own path of evolution. People in their final reincarnation generally respect others' learning processes without imposing their beliefs or judgments. They know their presence alone can provide support, inspiring change naturally. Rather than pushing, they lead by example, embodying patience and acceptance. This inclination to serve isn't driven by a need for recognition or praise. In fact, these souls often prefer to act without fanfare, frequently in anonymity. They understand that the true value lies in helping others find their own strength and wisdom without expecting anything in return. This desire to help others is ever present, yet it's accompanied by a shift in perspective on life and material things. Next, we'll explore how detachment from worldly possessions is another significant sign of this level of spiritual evolution. As a soul nears its final reincarnation, the value of material possessions diminishes significantly. Souls at this advanced stage of evolution tend to view life from a perspective far beyond material goods and external achievements. They understand that true worth lies in meaningful experiences rather than the accumulation of belongings. This detachment doesn't mean they don't appreciate comfort or stability, but these things are no longer the core of their lives. For these spirits, fulfillment doesn't come from status, wealth, or social recognition, but from a life guided by purpose and learning. Rather than chasing material goals, they seek to expand their understanding of the world, strengthen relationships, and grow spiritually. This shift in perspective leads them to a simpler life, where the focus is on being rather than having. This detachment also brings a sense of freedom. They feel less bound by societal pressures and expectations, as they know their achievements are internal and that the material is transient. By recognizing the fleeting nature of all that is physical, these souls can avoid the traps of unchecked ambition, maintaining an inner peace that transcends external fluctuations. To an outside observer, these individuals might seem detached or even indifferent to conventional standards of success. But in reality, it's this very freedom from material possessions that allows them to devote more energy to spiritual growth and deeper connections with others. What leads someone to such detachment? Perhaps it's because they have a special connection with something greater, a spiritual intuition guiding every aspect of their lives. Let's explore how this connection manifests. One of the most profound signs of a soul on its final reincarnation is an elevated spiritual connection and an intuition that seems to surpass the ordinary. These souls not only have an awareness of the spiritual realm, but often experience a natural attunement to the energies around them. It's as though they have access to ancient wisdom, a consciousness that guides them through every decision and situation in life. This intuitive connection manifests in various ways. Some people report a deep understanding of others' emotions, almost as if they can read what lies behind words. Others perceive signs from the universe, feeling as though they are in constant communication with the spiritual world. They may sense the presence or energy of spiritual guides who support and direct them, especially during challenging times. Moreover, this heightened intuition helps them make decisions with confidence and clarity, even when the path appears uncertain. For them, choices aren't solely based on logic, but on a deep sense of knowing that goes beyond reason. This intuitive ability acts as a spiritual compass, guiding them through paths others might see as uncertain or risky. Another common trait is the feeling of being called to a higher purpose, a mission that transcends personal interests. This spiritual calling awakens a search for deeper answers, leading them to explore the nature of existence itself and discover their role in the universe. In many cases, this connection drives these souls to spend their lives in pursuit of self-knowledge and growth. If you've experienced moments where you felt this intuitive connection and knew what to do without rational explanations, you might be witnessing a sign that you're on your last reincarnation. Life ceases to be a mystery and becomes a journey with meaning, where each step is guided by a higher force. This spiritual connection allows them to see beyond the physical world, but what truly motivates them on this journey. Next, let's explore how the feeling of a completed mission is another sign of this final earthly passage. Souls on their final reincarnation often carry a profound sense of purpose. They feel there is a special mission they came to fulfill, an objective that transcends personal interests and connects to a greater good. This sense of mission is clear and powerful, like an internal force guiding and inspiring them throughout life. As they progress on their journey, these souls often experience a feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment in achieving this purpose. It's as if, by completing certain steps or helping specific people, they sense that their task is complete. This sense of mission doesn't relate to external achievements, but to the spiritual impact they have on the lives of others or the environment around them. For these souls, this feeling of a fulfilled mission brings an indescribable peace, a sense that everything is complete. Often, they start living with a greater sense of lightness, enjoying the present moment and helping others selflessly without the pressure of future goals. This is the mark of a spirit that knows it has done what was necessary, leaving a legacy of love and wisdom. This feeling of a completed mission is, in a way, a farewell signal. It indicates that the soul has learned and taught all it needed in this earthly life and is ready to move forward. This sense of peace and completion is one of the strongest signs that the soul is on the verge of transcending the limitations of earthly existence. But what happens once the mission is complete? Where do these souls go after this final life? Next, we'll explore what some spiritual traditions say about this next stage of evolution. When a soul reaches the point of completing its earthly journey, many spiritual traditions believe it is ready to ascend to a higher plane. This next stage isn't simply a change of location, but a transition to a dimension where experiences are more subtle and harmonious. In some teachings, these places are described as spiritual realms, or planets where love, wisdom, and mutual understanding are predominant. In these higher planes, challenges are less physical and material. Instead, the soul continues to evolve in more profound aspects, such as compassion, intuition, and communion with the divine. The lessons in these dimensions focus more on universal understanding and unity with the whole, rather than individual growth and correction of mistakes, as on Earth. For many souls, this transition feels like coming home, a place where they feel a deep connection with beings of light and where peace is absolute. This evolution to a higher plane is seen as a reward for the hard work and spiritual growth achieved through earthly reincarnations. It is a destination where the soul finds true harmony, free from the conflicts and limitations of material life. And how can we know if we're ready for this transition? In the next chapter, we'll explore some spiritual practices that help align our lives with this path of evolution and prepare us for the next stage. Recognizing the signs that this might be our last reincarnation can be inspiring, but preparing for this transition is equally important. Whether we are in our final incarnation or not, there are spiritual practices that can help us live more consciously, aligned with the purpose of evolution. Through these practices, we can cultivate a life in harmony with the values and virtues that prepare us for the next stage. One of the most powerful ways to prepare for this transition is through meditation and daily reflection. These practices help us quiet the mind, allowing intuition and spiritual connection to flow freely. Over time, they strengthen our ability to listen to our inner voice and recognize the signs from the universe that guide us on the path of evolution. In addition to meditation, cultivating acts of kindness and compassion also raises our spiritual frequency. Every act of love and generosity brings us closer to a higher vibration, essential for those on their final reincarnation. These small gestures of empathy and support for others, even in the simplest moments, prepare the soul for experiences on higher planes. Finally, detachment is an essential practice. Learning to release the need for control and material attachments allows the soul to feel free to move forward when the time comes. Detachment brings a lightness, making the transition smoother and less painful as we are prepared to leave behind what is temporary and embrace the eternal. Now that we know the practices that aid in spiritual preparation, let's conclude by reflecting on the true purpose of this journey and how we can inspire ourselves to continue on the path of evolution. Throughout this video, we've explored signs that may indicate this is your last reincarnation on Earth, as well as practices that can help us align with a higher spiritual purpose. Whether or not we're in this final phase, each step towards self-knowledge and compassion brings us closer to the peace and fulfillment we seek. Remember, the journey of the soul is unique for each of us. Perhaps you've recognized some of these signs in your own life, or you may just be starting on this path, What matters is that by cultivating inner peace, kindness and detachment, we prepare ourselves for a destiny of greater harmony and love. And what about you? Do you feel that you're already living your last reincarnation? Which signs do you recognize within yourself? Share your experiences in the comments and continue this journey with us.